morning. Hope all is well with everybody. Another good day of boxing. A lot of really good information that came out. Welcome to Fannon International Boxing, hosted by your boy Martin Blackwell. Hope everything is everything with you. Man, if we have any type of connection issues today, forgive me because I can tell that my internet is very, very slow today. So you guys may... Whatever, man. Anyway, man. So today, I have to tell you I need your help, okay? Before I start and say what's up to everybody, I need your help. Because I need to speak quietly today. It is my absolute desire not to yell at all and to modulate my tone. So please help me with that. And also, I am in a particularly irritated mood today. And it's something, that I know I need to recalibrate, but I was not quite able to recalibrate it this morning. So I'm still a little bit on edge about, some personal business matters. So just understand that, please help your boy Martin and Fannon, whichever one you want to call me, try to keep my tone modulated and to try to keep an upbeat tone and not, revert to the more, shall we say, streetish type shit that every once in a while I can pop onto. You know what I mean? Because, I'm like everybody else, man. I got a good side and I got a ignorant nigga side. So I would really hope if you ever see me flip into the ignorant nigga side of it, just say, hey, man, you're getting a little hot, nigga. You're getting a little hot, bro. You know what I mean? No need to go to the extremes all the time. So, but look, let me say what's up to everybody in the chat. If you see a hater, clap on sight. It's a clap on sight day, dog. If I see a troll, I'm just gonna assume that he got. You know what I mean? I'm gonna assume that if I read something that is a bodyish type comment, that person has already been dealt with in the appropriate fashion with the people in blue. With them wrenches that they will, now excuse me, I have to jump into my ignorant Negro side, bust your motherfucking dome with, okay? Back to the intelligent side. I'm gonna show you the polarity of my motherfucking emotions today because I'm not in a good mood. However, not gonna yell about it, try to keep it pushing. Adrian Vince says, salute Martin in the chat. Peace and greetings to you. Peace and greetings to you and your family. Pete Davenport in the building. What's going on, man? I got a really, really, really good friend in the Davenport family. A lot of good Davenports on the south side of Chicago. What's going on, Pete Davenport? He said, good morning and God's favor over you and your family. Enjoy the show. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I most definitely return the sentiment. Abe Snape, my man Snape out there, man, saving Harry Potter, man, the whole hero of the whole thing, dog. Even though I gotta say, Abe Snape, I was a fan of Voldemort. I think Voldemort got jobbed, and I think Dumbledore is a fucking crook and a piece of shit. So, I think about that when I hear your name, Snape. It's like, yeah, man, Snape, the triple agent, dog. I like my man Snape. Alonzo Lambier said, let's go. I live for this. Yes, we're going to talk about it today, man, because honestly, I think we have to address something in a calm manner, which is this idea, because I was called a racist at least, 2 times yesterday? 1 time yesterday for sure. Many other times whenever I criticize Canelo Alvarez. So I thought in a very modulated tone. See, I got to bring it down a little bit. Modulated tone. And in a positive attitude, I would explain to you how that shit is pure and utter dumb shit. Or should I say that politely? It's illogical. And I don't understand how you guys draw that conclusion. It's nowhere in the facts whatsoever. Nothing that I've ever said about Canelo Alvarez has anything to do with him being white or Mexican or whatever he is. Honestly, never has had anything to do with it. I just want to understand why a black man can't criticize somebody without being called a racist. It's like as soon as you say anything about anybody, you're a racist. If you say Josh Warrington is a bum, sorry, in an international sense and compared to Gary Russell Jr., the man's a bum. It's a bum compared to Gary Russell Jr. So he's not a bum compared to me. If I got in a ring with him, hell, he'd probably rip me up, right? Some say he's a world-class fighter. Okay, you're a world-class fighter. Gary Russell Jr. will beat you from pillar to post, no doubt. Just like I said Demetrius Andrade would do against Liam Williams. Will beat him pillar to post, no problem. Could beat him easy if he's in it, as long as he goes running. So all he's got to do is keep his wind. He's going to beat that guy up. He's just way better than him. Okay? But then what are you called? You're called a nationalist. Oh, you're American fighters. And then you get called that shit by it. And then those sentiments are voiced by people from the United States. So interesting, man. However, they feel perfectly free criticizing black people for shit that ain't even real. But they're never racist for doing it. Do you find that kind of odd? How the same person can call you a racist but turn around and say Jamal Charlo's a bum that ain't never fought nobody. I find that odd. How come you get to call me a racist because I say Canelo didn't fight somebody, which is a fact? It's a fact. Jamal Charlo just beat Sergey Deverenchenko, who was the mandatory for Canelo. And Canelo got stripped of the belt because he wouldn't fight him. You guys forget that Canelo Alvarez got stripped of the IBF belt at 160 for not fighting Sergey Deverenchenko. While you go through your list of all the things that Jamal Charlo hasn't done. Well, Jamal Charlo beat the guy that was his mandatory. And also, Jamal Charlo got to the point of being a mandatory for Canelo. And Canelo did the same thing to Jamal that he did to Sergey Deverenchenko. And the two of those guys fought. And Jamal Charlo won it easy. So, of two people that Canelo Alvarez ducked, they fought each other. Jamal won. But you guys are acting like Jamal Charlo's not ever done anything. Very similar to what I think happened to Regis Prograis. When Regis Prograis fought his way in a WBC tournament all the way to the championship round against Jose Ramirez, and Jose Ramirez got the belt when he shouldn't have got the belt because the WBC just decided, let's just give him the belt early. So all of a sudden they back out of their tournament. They put the belt on the line for Jose Ramirez. And then when Regis Prograis knocks out Julius Ndungo, that was supposed to lead to the final of that fight because Ramirez knocked out Amir Imam. Remember that? Ramirez knocks out Amir. My man in the super chat, he says, skills from New Orleans for these those cinnamons plus. Oh, he said, yeah, punch them cinnamons. Pun intended. Salute, King. Yes, sir, man. Shout out to New Orleans. Man, I grew up. And shout out to everybody in the chat I'm sorry, let me calm down, man. Let me modulate myself. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. What's up to B&B Boxing, B Block, anybody moving down real fight? Hey, man, I don't care about that dude. How can you announce a date when they've not even got out of the arbitration? And yesterday, I'm telling you about these Bob Arum clones. That's some Bob Arum clone shit. Trying to create a bunch of nonsense. Wake me up, homie. Wake me up when Deontay Wilder says the fight is happening. Soon as Deontay Wilder says that he doesn't have to fight, that he doesn't get to fight with Tyson Fury, that's when I'll believe that. Other than that, you just had Frank Warren yesterday say they haven't even gotten an offer that's worth, and there's a lot of other things to talk about, like, for example, the purse split. There's a bunch of stuff left in that deal, man. That's just some, that's keep Tyson Fury and AJ's name in the media in the United States. And I'll participate in that as well. I don't have a problem doing that. I'll just be the one telling you guys, wait and see. They said the same thing about December 5th of 2020, that Tyson Fury is supposed to be fighting in. And I was like, no, he's not going to be fighting in. How could he possibly be fighting in? They were like, he's going to be fighting then He said, let's gonna. Man, I can only assume Kenneth Anderson's already been thrown out. Get out of here, man. Every point is my point, homie. What's going on, Rick Blackwell? What's going on, Cuzzo? He said, yep, non-credible and irresponsible journalism out here. Thirsty news. I mean, no, dude, they're just paid, man. They're just paid. There's no difference between that clown and Steve Kim. They're both trolls. The only difference is one gets more freedom because they're on YouTube. So they can cuss. They can do a lot of different things you can't do in print. Or you can't do if you're with a reputable organization like Ring Magazine. But other than that, dude, if you say you're the media, you're the media. That's how I see it. If you say you're media, then you're media. Period. You are new media, I grant you, but you're still media because you're saying media. I'm the media. Right? You're old media. You're media. If you are in school to become a journalist and want to become part of the media, you aspire to be part of the media. Whether it is new media or old media, you guys are all media. Right? There are things that come part and parcel with being part of the media. Period. And I don't think anybody can deny that. So when you listen to people, you always remember that they are the media. And you always listen to media with what? Careful ears. You listen to what they say. You trust them that they believe what they're saying. And then you go validate. Always with media. Media is not family. Two different things. The media is not your family. Your family cares for you. Media does not care for you. Journalists care for you, but the media, they do not. Media is like the mob, but with nerds and pins. Pretty much. You know what I mean? That's the media. So the media, which is PR, okay? That's PR. Journalism is not the media. Journalism is the principle or the profession of sharing information with you. Media is a medium between the person that wants to talk to you and you. It is a medium. And we are the media that uses the medium of print or the medium of YouTube or the medium of Twitter or the medium of Instagram or all of the above or any combination therein. You are the media. And I say that very dispassionately. I don't say that as a criticism. I say that that is what it is. If I tell you that I am a professor, then you know that there are certain things that go along with being a professor. You are expert and you are supposed to be expert in a subject matter, and there's going to be a discipline of teaching you something. That will be a teacher. That is part and parcel to being a teacher. So anybody in the media, I am not media. I am very, very strong about that. I am not the media. I am not the media. I'm just here shooting the shit, getting paid to do it because I need the money, and giving you information and discussing it with you. I don't just give you the information. I tell you what the media says, and then I give you my opinion about what the media says. I am not media, which is why I do not interview fighters. Wow. Tony talks. That is unique. Dre's Finest said, "What's up, fam? You okay? You have been smoking a lot. I'm feeling great. Absolutely. I always smoke a lot, dog. I've smoked a lot for the last 50 years. Not 50 years. I have smoked a lot for the last 30 years. I just smoke on camera now. That's it. But now I'm good. But I'm a little irritated this morning, I can't lie. Because I just, got some information about some business deals that went south. So, I'm a little irritated about that. Not new business deals, but old business deals. Because I've reconnected with people where I worked on those deals in the past, but I hadn't talked to them for a while. Then I found out they were like, well, yeah, man, pretty much we apologize that the deals didn't go through, but, pretty much this is why the deals didn't go through. So I'm like, okay, I can understand that. You know what I mean? But still, it's a little bit irritating because, there's no reason for that. But yeah, man, I'm a little bit irritated, man. I can't lie to you. That's why I asked you, talk to me if you hear me. And actually, Dre's Finest, thank you very much. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate you asking that, man. I've been in a very aggressive and negative mind frame. So I've had to try to pull myself back center. But yeah, man, I've been a little bit irritated, man. It's just real work. You know what I'm saying? It's just real shit. Like, My man Tubb said, I'm not media. I'm extra lang. Hey, dog, I'm just telling you, man, I'm not the media, man. I'm not the media. But back to Anthony Talks, man. Racism is not boring, bro. Actually, it's pretty fucking irritating, dog. From one person that is, experienced a lot of racism, racism is not boring, bro. It's kind of like saying it's boring getting stabbed in the foot by an ice pick. You know what I mean? Would you say that that's boring? Or maybe like say you were sitting there on a chair and somebody turned their ring on the other side. Say they had a graduation ring and they turned the graduation ring over like this and they just kept slapping you on like this part of your hand. And they kept doing that shit like for your whole life. Or like every time they see you, you have to put your hand there and they slap you like that 10 times. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that, man. When you walk by people and you know that they're making assumptions about you that will affect your ability to feed yourself, that's kind of irritating, man. Just really, and there's nothing boring about it. That's why people talk about it so much. If you say that it's boring, I'm sure you find it boring because you have no vested interest in it. You're not the person being slapped every day, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're not the one getting hit on the hand with the ring. You're the one sitting there walking by, not getting slapped on the hand with the ring, wondering what everybody's complaining about when they go in the building. Like, what do they keep complaining about all the time? Oh, well, they keep, when they go in that house, they get slapped. You know what I'm saying? With a ring. Turn this way, they just slap them 10 times every time they go in their house. So, yeah, they come out with irritated because they look just like you. Every person that goes and does that shit, they look just like you. So they're conditioned to think that you're like that. But you're not one of the guys in there slapping them, so you wonder, like, why? Are you bugging me? I'm not slapping you. And they're like, you look just like the guy slapping me. Sorry. In fact, I think he's your cousin. You got the same last name. That type stuff. You know what I mean? Hey, Dre's Finest said, I was concerned because you are family to me, bro. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, man, I'm off, man. I am off today. Not like bad. You know what I mean? But just less willing to like really go in on anybody today. Because I don't really want to do that, man. Brown on Boxing said, God bless and nothing but peace to you and your family, brother. Brother Blackwell. Thank you very much, Brown on Boxing, man. I appreciate you very much, man. But back to the notion. And after that, we're going to talk about something else, man. But back to the notion of being racist and people being racist towards Canelo. I have no doubt that Canelo Alvarez himself experiences racism. Like, no doubt in my mind. Because I understand that Mexicans experience racism. They are non-white. So I understand that Mexicans experience a lot of racism. All that stuff about getting put out of the border and all that, that's racism. You know what I mean? All the, Pepe, what is that, like the mouse that runs around, Speedy Gonzalez and all that shit. You know what I mean? They get all the stuff. They get everything we get. And actually they get the slavery too, because they're out there picking up, you know, they're out there, you know, picking strawberries all day, bro. You know what I'm saying? Picking strawberries, doing all kind of stuff in the hot ass sun, had their country taken from them. Mexicans experience a lot of racism. So does Canelo experience it? I suspect that he does, especially since he got taken, like he had to sue to get out of that contract that he had with Golden Boy. So let me acknowledge that first. But after acknowledging that, let me tell you, we're not your problem. So don't pull that shit over here. Okay? We're not your problem. Don't pull that shit over here. If we got problems with you, it's because we got problems with you. Period. Point blank, period. If I got a problem with Canelo, it's because I got a problem with Canelo. Not because Canelo's Mexican. That is absolutely possible, okay? For somebody not to like you because of you. But do not come over to black people with that shit, dude. It's not going to fly. All it's going to do is make anger fly and say, dude, you must be a coon. It's going to make, whenever I hear that, I hear you're just a coon. Or you're a white guy faking like you Mexican. Because they got Mexican white boys too. It's a country. Got a lot of white people in Mexico. They got black people in Mexico. It's a country. But I don't know if you're Aztec or Inca or whatever, you know, whatever those empires are. I don't know which one you are. I don't know if you Mikey Garcia. I look at Mikey Garcia. I don't even need to know his name. That dude's Mexican. I wouldn't even say Guatemalan. I'd be like, that's 100% Mexican dude right there. He is prototypical Mexican. You know what I mean? Like, they are prototypical Mexicans. I don't have to see, they ain't got to speak with an accent. They ain't got to do nothing. That right there is what we talk about being a Mexican. I don't know whether or not these guys that keep saying this stuff are actually Mexican. Because every real Mexican that I know never says that shit. Ever. Like, ever. Never, ever, ever in a real life situation have I ever had beef with a Mexican about racism. Only on YouTube do you get the fake conversation about blacks and Mexicans and their racism against each other. No. They have communities and they have sources of income. That's the beef. They've got a community and they have to eat. You have a community and you have to eat. When you go to try to eat, you guys have to eat from the same forest. So you're going to have some problems every once in a while if you want the same food. So you beef. Whoever wins gets the food. Whoever loses, bingo bango, you up out of there. You know what I'm saying? But that's not racism, man. That is just people having problems because their neighborhoods have problems with each other, usually about money. Take away the problem with the money, you take away the problem with the neighborhood, 99% of it, okay? Because getting along would then become financially, logical. When you earn money together and you don't compete against each other in trying to get the same money in the same forest. But people who understand this will definitely fake to be Mexican, or they can be Mexican or whatever, and they will try to start that nonsense because they're getting paid. They're what? They are media. I don't care if you're interviewing fighters. You're media. That's a media thing, right? Period. And I'll do that every once in a while, but that's not my main thing. 78 will do that every once in a while, but he'll only do that with certain fighters and ruthlessly will pursue their goals. So he's not media. He is a friend of fighters And then he supports the fighters that he's friends with. I am not friends with fighters at all. I am a friend with the money. That's it. I'm a friend with the money. I want to know how the money works because that's fun. And I want to see people get the money because that's even more fun. To see Teofimo Lopez get a bunch of money from Triller after screwing over Bob Arum, I can't tell you. Can't tell you. St. Cruzan said racism was far worse in the 50s. Bad today, but progress has been made. Doesn't seem like it, but true. See, there you go. Since I was not in the 1950s, St. Cruzan, I can't speak on that. You know what I mean? I can't. However, I will say that where I grew up, St. Cruzan, racism was a lot worse than it was in most places. So I am pretty sure that I got a nice dose of the 1950s just by the fact that I was the only black person there. And it was nothing fun. And I will tell you for sure, St. Cruzan, that when I compare my experiences, you obviously haven't worked around them. They're not that fond of blacks. You're nuts. I've worked around a lot of Mexicans, a lot of them. And they're no less fond of black people than black people. What are you talking about? Most black people that I know don't like the most black people. You kidding me? I work around them, yes. Worked around, have had many work for me. Many work for me. I disagree. Black people don't like black people, homie, at work. Okay? They may smile and say, "What's up, brother?" but they don't like you. They're competing with you. It's work. I can't speak for your personal experiences. But there are Mexican dudes that I didn't like. Actually, not even a lot that I didn't like. I can't even lie. I'm thinking of a Mexican guy I didn't like, and I can't even think of him. Really. But no, dude, get together, marry all the time. Like, how many black dudes do you know married to Mexican women? I know a lot. My brother's married to a Mexican woman, was married to a Mexican woman. I'm in Texas. There's a bunch of dudes married to Mexican women. Every time I've ever wanted to get with Mexican women, they never seem like, I'm sorry, I'm talking loud, but I've never ever felt any issue with Mexican women and dating Mexican women. The only issue may be, does their mother want you to be with them? But nah, dude. I can't go for that, dog. I can't go for that. You know what I mean? Melanated Warrior said, "Wow, somebody put me on timeout for telling a known fact." What was your known fact? No, but my sister does, my brother does, my sister-in-law does, bunch of friends do. No, I don't speak Spanish. But guess what? Most Mexicans, where I'm from, speak English. So there's no need for me to. But if you're wondering whether I know what they say or not, dog, if they say something in their house, they call me a mayate in their house, I don't want to hear that, dog, because I know more black people call them wetbacks and burritos and all kind of shit. I don't think you're right. I'm not saying you said that, but I'm saying I know dudes that call Mexicans wetbacks. What, as a matter of fact, what have I heard Mexicans called? Wetbacks, spics, all kind of shit. Come on, man. We got all kind of y'all got all kind of names for Mexican people, bro. And they call us mayate. I still don't think that equates to some they don't like us type of thing. You know what I mean? They may not love us, but they're them. That's their own community. We got our own community. What's the sweat? I don't get it. However, this subject matter here, he said, "I got a case now because a Mexican called me the N-word and I literally KO'd him. He called the cops." Well, you know. Hey, dog, well, you know, you punch somebody in their face, nigga. Woo. Well, you got your retribution. Dog, look, man. One, I'm not saying that Mexicans don't call black people niggas and there ain't Mexicans that don't like black people, dog. Hey, man, it's just whatever, dog. I'm seriously, man. I'm not trying to hear that, dog. He said, yeah, they had it coming, nigga. So what you want me to say? You smacked them, problem solved. You know, I'm just not that sensitive, man. Look, I got to tone my shit down. Seriously, man. On the real, I have been called nigga no less than 1,000 times, dog. Okay? No less. I'm just going to say 1,000 because let's just go with a number that I know is true. I won't tell you the number of times that I think I was called that, man. I was called that shit every day, bro. Every day. Multiple times, bro. I would walk out for lunch and it would be, man, they called me so many racial names, man. Called me so much shit, dude. They had to come up with new ones. They had to be like, they're like, you can't call him a nigger. He don't care about that. Can't call him a spook. Can't call him what was it? How many? You can't call him a nigger. He don't care no more. Can't call him a spook. He don't care no more. You know what I'm saying? You can't call him a porch monkey. He don't care anymore. You know what I mean? So they would get to tar baby nigger butt. You know what I mean? They were like, dog, I've been called that so much, dude. I was completely desensitized to it. That's all I can say. The only thing I can say is if you put your hands on me after you call me that, I'm about to whoop your ass. Okay? And the reason why I couldn't do anything is because they call you that so you'll punch them. That's why they would do it, bro. They want to fight you. So a dude calls you a nigga to your face, then you start fighting. That's the goal. Okay? So after about 1,000 times being called that, and I mean literally, dude, from the age of about 5 to the age of about 12, it was an everyday occurrence, man. Every day. If I went underneath a viaduct, I had a viaduct, a bridge by my house. The whole thing had nigga spray painted all over that shit with swastikas and nigga go back to Africa. Trust me, the neighborhood put up a lot of art. They painted us a mural right next to my motherfucking house, dog. I had a mural. I would sit back when I wanted to get away from my family. I would go underneath that bridge, sit up there like this, and look at a mural spray painted by the neighborhood specifically for my family. Nigga, go back to Africa. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, you got to spare me, nigga. I've been called that shit a lot. Here's the thing, man. On God, man, and them. Like Errol Spence say, and I'm going to get back to boxing. On God and them. They're doing it to start a fight, bro. Don't fight. Okay? If they stand there, and if they put their hands on you, beat them like a drum. And then what will happen is they will come back and you will say what happened. And you will say he hit me. And you beat him like a drum. So what are the cops going to do? Absolutely nothing. You defended yourself from somebody that hit you. But if they call you a nigger and then you hit him, now you've attacked him because he will say he never said it. I never said that. And guess what? The people he says he never said that don't care anyway because they helped spray paint the fucking mural, dog. None of them motherfuckers cared about calling me a nigga. They all did it. You know what I'm saying? Teachers too. When I wasn't around, they didn't say shit. I would come in and they'd be like, why you fighting? And I'll be like, he called me a nigger. And they say, detention. You know what I'm saying? Detention. Well, what happens tomorrow? I'm going back into detention because they're going to hit me and I'm going to hit them back. And it's just going to be what it is. And you're going to fuck up all my grades from 1st grade to 7th grade. It's just what it is. So please, I'm just telling you, when you talk to me about some random dude calling you a nigga once, bro, it's not worth it, dog. It's not worth it. Stand there and say, I'm sorry I didn't hear you correctly. And then let them say it. Then say, okay, you said that. Are you going to hit me? Are you going to do something? Yeah, I hear what you say. Are you going to do something to this nigga? That's what I used to do. Are you going to, I'm a nigga, I got you. Are you going to do something to this nigga? Is my question. Nah, man. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. If you gonna do something to me, yeah, I'm gonna do it to you. Do it. Do it. Niggas never do it. Beat it. You keep it pushing. You punked him. Whatever. He puts his hands on you. Yeah. Yeah. I'm saying, yeah. Easy. Because you know what? I never walked around that neighborhood without something on me, dog. Never. I had a rock. I had something. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do them. And that's, you don't do nothing else but that. Trust me, that works. That works. Don't let suckers bait you into assault. Okay? Women too. Same thing. You doing all that yelling, baby, I hear you. Are you going to do something to me? Sweetie, I just got to know. You doing all that yakking. Yap, yap, yap. Are you going to do something? Yeah, nigga, I'm going to slap you. Do it. And then catch her hand mid-slap, spin around in a circle, and throw her on the bed. Do not hurt her. Walk and sit down in the living room, and you call the police. Say, excuse me, my girlfriend has lost her mind. Handle your stuff better, bro. If somebody's calling you a nigga, bro, they want to fight you. If they want to fight you, they want to fight you for a reason. Fight on your own terms. Don't fight on theirs. So I'm saying every time you guys try to bring up, and we're going to switch subjects, every time you guys try to bring up Canelo Alvarez being a racist to me being a racist, I never called a man out his name, not once. Prove it. Never called the man out his name one time. Ever. If you get on tape me saying something, using a racial slur against Mexicans, put it up there. I want to hear it. Okay? What's going on, Neely Fuller? I'm chilling, man. I want to hear it. Go ahead. Don't sound bite, and you ain't gonna hear no sound bite. Don't do no cheap voiceover, nigga. That's how you cornballs would do it. You'd be like, Martin said, and it'd be somebody's voice totally different. You know what I'm saying? Cornballs, get out of here. Money Brown, man, great work that you're doing. I'm glad you're here. I wanted to say this. Make sure that you subscribe to Money Brown TV. Money Brown has been having some very good videos up. Definitely good videos he put up yesterday. And more than likely, I'm going to do commentaries on those videos, nigga. So that's what the shout out is for, nigga. Cause, dog, I love the subjects. Man, I'm probably going to talk about the same subjects. I was doing the research, but yours came up first. But I wanted to acknowledge, dog, that you did a really, 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 really great work, bro. I really like what you're doing, man. Really like what you're doing, bro. Anyway, back to this. Exactly. All day money, man. I see. Hey, and by the way, dog, I know you. Just so you know, bro, I know you. I know you, man. You good people, man. You're good people, man. You solid people, man. You a soldier, bro. I like that in you, man. You a soldier, bro. I like that. Speaking of which, bro, hold on. What was the other one? Damn, what was the other topic in the beginning of this, man? Oh, all right. Let's get to Deontay Wilder, man. All right. Y'all got to stop being bullies, bro. What's going on, Southern T Boxing? Another savage in the building, bro. You savages, dog. I got to stay away from y'all. My wife is like, you need to cut this show off. You know, my wife don't even want me to do this show because she's like, she ain't saying it, but she's like, you're a bad influence on them savages, and them savages is a bad influence on you. Dude, I swear to God, man, you are, man. I am, and you are. I told you, bro, I've been in, dog, I swear to God, dog, I've been in gangs my entire fucking life, bro. And it's the only place that I feel comfortable, man. And every intelligent nigga around me, dude, hates that in me, man. But I just cannot get away from it, bro. I can't get away from it. Can't. I ain't gonna do no shit that's illegal, dog, but just the mere activity itself. Dog, I was in my first gang in 7th grade. I joined the gang in 7th grade. Never left it. The dude, I just moved to another town. And everybody in the cats that were part of that organization, dude, they started doing all the dirty shit, bro. I mean, seriously. They had the high schools in my area, bro. They had a high school on lock, bro. So after we got to 7th grade, dude, these dudes put a high school on lock, man. But anyway, then I go to another school where it's all the black people in their group. So then I'm kicking it with them. Then I go to Howard. Then I go to Dillard and join the Noops, which ain't nothing but glorified gang violence. I don't care. Everybody would say that, man. Y'all ain't nothing but a glorified group of thugs. And we would sit around and be like, you are 100% right, dog. We ain't doing nothing but counting money, getting with women, and looking for shit to steal. Niggas to fight while we're getting out of school, man. I'm telling you, man. I swear, man. So when I see you guys acting silly, man, it's like it just brings back the Chicago in me, man. And the New Orleans in me, bro. And the New Orleans in me. Because New Orleans, ooh, savages. Anyway, let's get back to this, though. Y'all got to be a little lighter on Mark Breland, okay? Can Mark Breland have some air? Okay? You know, Viva Tu Vida. You know? Because, bro, so many problems in life are solved so easily when you do them the dastardly way. That's the problem, bro. Cats want to see, like, I will admit to a certain insanity, man. I am definitely bipolar in a sense. Not bipolar like these cornballs say it, like, oh, I'm not that, bro. But definitely bipolar in this sense. If you got love on this end, right? And love to hate is just a continuum. Bro, I got a lot of love, homie, bro. I got a lot of love, dog. On both sides of that, bro. I got a lot of love on both sides, man. Or a lot of hate on both sides. Because if you could just rename the continuum hate and say I hate, hate could be love. But isn't it interesting how with people that it transitions most easily from extreme love to extreme hate? That's because the continuum's a circle. Once you get to the point of extreme love, bro, if something goes wrong, dude, you shift into extreme hate quickly. You don't go from extreme love. Maybe if you go down slowly, you can go from an extreme love to a less love to a less love to a less love back to neutrality. But I think sometimes you just keep going around that circle and you go from love to extreme hate. Just like in politics, you go from a extreme, an extreme liberalism to an extreme conservatism, and the circle keeps going around. Same as the thing with love. And it's a circular notion. It's not a... Todd Duke say, you look like a black Mexican, man. Come on, man. I thought I looked like a pharaoh, man. That's what I thought I looked like. I look at those cats on the Sphinx. I'll be like, oh, man, I got ears like that. I got a schnoz like that. That's what I think. But, you know, that's because of all the intermixing between the Greeks and the Africans in Alexandria, Egypt, right? You got an Alexandria, Egypt. So obviously Greeks spent a lot of time in Egypt, and they said they did. So you wind up getting a lot of black. You probably have a lot of Greek Egyptians. You know what I mean? There's a lot of Greek Egyptians. So what I think it is that because I'm black and because I'm descended from Greeks, that I wind up looking a little Egyptian. I kind of look Egyptian. That's what I think I look like. That's me, because it's the Greek and the African. And Greek and African looks like a lot of the people in Greece. That's why you get them with curly hair and, you know what I mean? They got curly hair. Why would you have curly hair? Because you're mixed. I have no white in me. None. Not a drop of white in me. Not a drop of white in me. I have Greek and Russian and some other shit, but pretty primarily Russian and Greek. Russian and Greek. The name is Greek, but it's also Russian because it was not always Russia and Greece. It was a bigger area under not the Byzantine Empire, but whatever it was when Constantinople was the center. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Nah, well, Europe, they're not in that section of you. They're what you call Eastern Europeans. They're more Mediterranean, man. They're much more Mediterranean. If you see somebody like a Greek, somebody that's Greek, like from Greece, they got a swarthy skin. They got a brownish skin, and some of them have really piercing green eyes, like real piercing green eyes and olive skin. They're not white skinned. Yeah, the Byzantine Empire. They're not white skinned. They are olive skinned. Somewhat like Kim Kardashian is Armenian. Armenia is over there in that area too. Where you get that Anglo-Saxon look, right? That's up in that's northeast or northwest, northwest. No, they're not white. But you have to understand this. The concept of white only comes into play when there's black people there. Black is opposed to white. So in the United States, they have a catch-all phrase called white. And we think, listen, let me explain something to you. When a Russian comes to the United States, a Russian becomes white. Yes. If a Russian was to come from Russia to the United States, he would be categorized on all documentation as white. That is true. Same with Italians, same with the Irish, same with the British. Interestingly enough, same with the Egyptian. Egyptians, when they come to the United States, are not categorized as black, even if they look way blacker than me. They're categorized as white because that's the origin that the United States assigned to that nation. Caucasian. When that's not true. They're doing that because they're trying to connect the Greek they're trying to connect the Greek to the Egyptian and basically grandfather clause in the Egyptian in with the Greek. But that's just so that they can claim black people didn't do shit. Because if they have Egyptians labeled as black, then they say that's black Africa. And they separate Egypt from black Africa, but that's just in their minds here. So if you don't believe me, you can get clarification by asking somebody from Russia if they're Caucasian. And they will explain, no. White now that is white privilege for them, right? They come over here and they become white. They're not Russian, they're white. The Koch brothers are Russian. A lot of people think the Koch brothers are they're from Wichita, Kansas, where I'm born. The Koch brothers are from Wichita, Kansas. I was born where they're from. I do believe they might have been born. I think they might have been born in Wichita too. But the Koch brothers are Russian. They do a lot of business in Texas in oil. Koch, I'm pretty sure, is short for something that means brown. Kokonos. Like Conoco and all of that shit. They're not the same type of white people that people in the East are. In the East, right, people are what? People are from the South. The people in the South are the original colonizers. They're the original colonizers. They're the children of the Mayflower. Say you was born in Wichita, Kansas. Fannon didn't know that. Yeah, I was born in Wichita, Kansas. Yep. My daddy used to work for IBM. My mother and father both went to college there, and my father worked for IBM. And before that, he worked for my mother used to work for people that built airplanes. I'm named after somebody there. I'm actually, my first name, people think I'm named after Martin Luther King. I'm not. I'm really named after some rich white guy in Wichita, some multimillionaire. Yeah. Regardless, you're black, period. First of all, nigga, don't tell me what I am. I don't appreciate that, dog. Don't tell me what I am. I'll tell you what I am. I'm black. Without a doubt. But I have to tell you that, dog. Okay? Don't you tell me what I am. White people tell me what I am. You know what I'm saying? The reason that I'm black is because white people in America say I'm black. The same reason that white people are white when they get here. So I'm telling you, people fundamentally misunderstand white people. I don't think of white people as white people. I think of white people like this. The people that you call white people, the first thing that I do is I think, what is their last name? What church do they go to? Do they go to church? That's what I know. Because then if you go that route, you know what they are. Paulie Malignaggi is a Catholic. I'll bet you. Bet you. He's a Catholic. Bet you. He's a Sicilian from Bensonhurst. I know Paulie Malignaggi, without a doubt. All right there. That's how I think of Paulie Malignaggi. I don't think Paulie Malignaggi is black as a white guy. I think of him in that sense. White people are United States people. The Anglo-Saxons. Exactly, bro. Black cop stop me, I'm black. Boom. Yeah, I'm sorry, no disrespect. He's Sicilian, right? I grew up with Sicilians. I know Sicilians. I can live in Bensonhurst. Oh, I'm telling you, without a doubt, nigga, I can move into Bensonhurst, buy a house. I would not have a problem. Not at all. Sit right in the middle of Bensonhurst. Say what's up to everybody in that bitch while I'm living there. No doubt about it, dog. You don't get to see, not everybody sees things like that. Some people think about it as family, dog. You know what I mean? Like, the better way to think about it is family. That makes sense. Grouping people into races is silly. Grouping people into families, that makes sense. Because when you group people into their family, then you know who they are. Because you know who their blood is. You know what their options are. Telling you. And that's another thing. It explains a lot of violence in the black community. Because people's families don't get along with other people's families. A lot of those killings happen like that. They're feuds. Your kid killed my kid. So one of my other kids are going to kill another one of your cousin's kids. And then you can't go outside. You got to sit in the house. You got to do all that stuff. Because, one person's family did something to somebody else's family. So now, everybody's at war. And that happens on the south side of Chicago. It happens in Lombard, Illinois. Shout out to Lombard. You know how we do it. You know what I'm saying? I never give shout outs to Maywood. Shout out to Maywood. You know how we do it. Better yet, from Wheaton to Maywood, you know how you do it, and you know how we do it. But at the end of the day, you still the West Side, and I'm the further West Side. And the West Side of Chicago, I know how y'all do it. Y'all, that's what's up. Far West Side, near West Side, West Side. But it's all the West Side. I'm West Side. Super duper West Side. You know what I mean? And they say in Chicago, West Side is the best side. I'll kick it on the South Side. But the South Side, but I'm much easier for me kicking in the West Side. But the West Side is so hood. Like, the West Side is so hood. So hood. You literally cannot kick it nowhere in the West Side. Somebody in Chicago people better tell them, dog, the West Side is so hood. Dog, the West Side is, dude, the West Side is where, who's West Side? The Brad is West Side. Twister's West Side. West Side, dog. The West Side is the best side, dog. But anyway, I would have to go through, to get to the city, I have to go through Maywood. Then I gotta go through the then I gotta go through the West Side. My man Uther Drum said the West Side is crazy. I stay from out west, dog. I grew up in the West Side, man. I'm West Side. Telling you. Dude, I grew up with, every black person that lived where I was from, dog, their people are from the West Side. Because the West Side people go west. The South Side people go south. So I grew up with all the crazy people from the West Side, Little Village, Cicero. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. AC Padilla, you from Cicero? Like I said, man, I kicked it in my niggas lived in Cicero. My boys lived in Cicero. I used to kick it in. Hey, dog. Hey, I don't care, man. We gonna talk Chicago, man. Look, man, I used to go from downtown every day off work, bro. I had my boy was in Cicero, dog. It was my dude. But every day, man, after work, dude, I would drive to Cicero, go by them car dealerships over there by Cicero, in Cicero. I get there going down 55th. Beautiful neighborhoods, man. I would just drive around, bro. Zooted like a mug, bro. Zooted like a mug, man. Driving around. Yeah, Bellwood. I lived in Bellwood. I owned a house in Bellwood. I used to live that. The first house that me and my wife ever owned was Bellwood. I lived in Elmhurst and I lived in Bellwood. So I've lived in Wheaton. I've lived in Elmhurst. I've lived in Bellwood. I never got into the South Side, but my brother lived in Humboldt Park. So I spent a lot of time in Humboldt Park on the North Side. And then, everybody else, the Noops and everybody were really on the South Side. So, like, my people, like my auntie and them, you know how you say my auntie and them used to own beauty parlors in Maywood and all through the West Side. They used to own a lot of not beauty parlors, but like beauty supply stores on the West Side. So pretty much anybody in Wheaton that got a Jerry curl, anything on the West Side. This is my auntie though. This is my auntie. My auntie Donna. My auntie Donna and her husband, whose name I can't remember. But he was the fucking man. Anybody with a Jerry curl on the West Side of Chicago, all the way past Aurora, bro, bought their Jerry curl juice from them. Dog, they was killing it. Hey, dog, seriously. They was making big money in the 1980s off that Jerry curl shit. But then Chinese moved in and stashed the market, bro. They don't talk about that side of it, dog. They don't talk about the encroachment into the black beauty care industry. Because my auntie my auntie and them, they lived out by me, big fat crib, nice crib, real. But they made all their money off the West Side. You been to 63rd or yeah, absolutely. Man, I used I didn't tell you my story yesterday about 63rd. Bro, I have a son that was raised. He's my godson. He was raised on 63rd. I'm not going to say what block, dog. I'm not going to say what block he was. But he basically was a jump out boy. I just say it. He was, as a young kid, he was a jump out boy over there on 63rd. And yeah, dude, his kids still live over there. They're my godchildren still live over there. I think they may have got out. They might have I'm sorry. They got him out of there and moved him to when they came back to Chicago, they moved back out to like Harvey or something like that. But yeah, man, absolutely. I used to be there all the time, man, on a regular basis. And quite honestly, to tell you the truth, I used to buy my weed from 63rd. That's where I would drive that pretty much, dog. That's my admission. That's why the cops jumped out on me like that. Because I went by there and shit, I would pick up weed. They had like what they called loud. So I would go by there and buy some loud. Drive right through 63rd, any of them blocks over there, man. It was all love over there. And then when I would drive my boy around, he would always have his girl, so we'd wind up, driving around and driving him and his girlfriend or him and his wife and his kids all around the neighborhood. So some days I would spend half a day on 63rd, just up in them apartments, right? Like he has to have apartment like on 60, maybe like a block off 63rd, but all of it was between like Lakeside or Lakeshore Drive and Stony Island, down 63rd. So they had people that were maybe like 10 blocks, as many as 10, 12 blocks north and 10, 12 blocks south, and then all the way from, like I said, Lakeshore Drive to Stony Island. That's pretty much where they were. So I was there all the time, Yeah. Like I said, man, it's Chicago, man. Like, you can't avoid it, man. If you're from the West Side, you can't avoid it. If you're from Maywood, you can't avoid it. You know what I mean? He said, Broderick just said, loud. I ain't heard that in a while. Yeah, it was called Loud, man. It was Loud. I used to buy Loud out there, man. So, yeah, man, it's like, because it's the safest place, man. Like, for real, cats in Chicago would think, like, I know I think differently because I'm not from the South Side. I'm from the far West. So my thing is, I always knew that I was safer around black people. Like, I was always safer around black people because the area that I grew up in was heavy Italian. You know what I mean? Like, no joke. Like I said, I was raised in just combine Bensonhurst, right? Take the Italians from Bensonhurst, take the Polish from the North Side Polish areas, drop them in there. Take the Slavics, right, that are living on the North Side, drop them in there, right? Then take the Italians that are living on the South. No, bump that. Just do the Chicago shit. The real shit. Where I lived, I grew up in Lombard, and that's where you had white people, right? Sprinkling of white people, but none of them were rich white people. They were like Slavic white people. And they would have relatives on the North Side. You would have Italians, they had relatives, and they had people on the South Side and all of the near West Side. Basically, however the ethnic division is in Chicago, where I grew up, it was in miniature, and it was all families that had families in the city. So it was pretty much just like you had to learn how to deal with a lot of Slavics, a lot of Eastern Europeans. I wasn't getting called nigga by Southern white people. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like you couldn't drink from the drinking fountain. It's much more like a New York City type of thing, where it's like you're not supposed to be in their neighborhood, but they mixed the neighborhood amongst themselves, so everybody fought each other. It was just a regular basis that Italians were fighting Irish guys, and that Chinese tried to stay to themselves, but every once in a while, Italians and Chinese would fight each other. You know what I mean? And I never fought with the Chinese. Like, I was always cool with not the Chinese. I was always fine. I was always cool with the Koreans. I was always cool with the Vietnamese. I was always cool with the Arabs. I was cool with the Indians because they always stayed to themselves, so there was never no beef, right? I was always cool with the Italians, like Italians, Puerto Ricans, and Mexicans. And Filipinos. We kicked it together. All of us. So it was like Mexicans never had no problems with blacks really at all, because our problems were with the Italians and with the Irish and with that. So we had it broken up like that. So when I went to Chicago, it was more dealing with like, that's where the West Side and the South Side and all that stuff comes into play. Adonis One said, Chicago is probably one of the most racist cities in America. Everyone is segregated to this day. Yeah. You will never see that in Chicago. What is that? Oh, in the city of Chicago? No, but you didn't see it where I was from. We weren't getting along. I mean, we weren't getting along like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we weren't like hanging out and kicking it. I'm just saying we weren't trying to kill each other. When I say we kicked it, I just mean we weren't trying to kill each other. The Mexican dudes went and did what the Mexican dudes do. The black dudes do what the black dudes do. But the black dudes ain't really kicking it with the Mexicans. You may have like one or two Mexican dudes that know each other, right? But the groups ain't hanging with each other. All I'm saying is when I was there, we would not fight each other. All the fights really broke out between whites and blacks. That's how it was with me when I was growing up, or Mexicans and blacks in Aurora. Like out in Aurora, we'll battle in Aurora because it's so heavily Mexican. So yeah, it's heavily Mexican, and it's less black. So if I recall correctly, the far, far west side, the Mexicans pretty much ruled Aurora, if I recall correctly. So when I went out to Aurora, they used to have clubs called the Sky or some shit. We would go out to Aurora, and when you go out to Aurora, you got to worry about Latin Kings. That's true. You do have to worry in Aurora about Latin Kings. Yeah, that's when they have it. Blue Night, they have the numbers in Aurora. So when you go to Aurora, you got to be careful in Aurora with Mexicans. On the west side, I never had to worry about nobody on the west side, really. Because, first of all, there's no reason to go there. And I'm telling you, God dog, man, it's militarized over there. Like, no joke, bro. A block on the south side ain't compared nothing to no block on the west side, bro. Hey, man, you got to stop that, Neely. Neely, that's the last one, bro. It's the last one. Love you, brother, but that's the last one. One more. Love you, get another name. In fact, Neely, I'm sorry, bro. I've known for a while that you are a funny ass nigga. So, nigga. Don't do it. I'm getting tired of it, bro. Okay? You're not extra smart, bro. You're definitely trolling. And you do it one more time, brother, I'm definitely going to rinse you up out of here. And off everything I got. You do not like the LDBC. And you are befriending me. I don't miss that, Holmes. Okay? What I'm trying to do is avoid a lot of drama in my life. And you're not helping me. You're bad-mouthing my brothers on my channel. Stop it. If it was actually true that I was ejected from something, if that was even true, which it is not, they're still my brothers. They are still black men with an opinion and a point of view that should be respected. And you are not engaged in respect. That is not Neely Fuller Jr., the actual person. He would never do any of the shit that you've been doing consistently for the 3 days that I said you had left. This is the third day, bro. And you know it. And you did it. So either you think I have a poor memory, or at the end of the day, bro, you have no respect for me. Do not block him for 5 minutes. Block him for the rest of eternity. The next word Neely Fuller Jr. says, Neely Fuller Jr. is blocked. If you don't want to get blocked, don't say anything in that name anymore, and it won't get blocked. But if you say something and I see the name, I'm pressing go. You have been playing me stupid. I am not stupid. I will go with you all the way to the end of your stupidity. That's all I'll do. If you think you're getting over on me, you're not. I am just going to ride with you all the way to your demise because I want to be there to see it. Do you understand me? I know every trick in the book. Put the book down. Precisely. I dare you say something. LDBC, what? I support them. If you want to go with they threw me out, go with it. Makes me no difference. I support them. Call me a bitch, but I like them. People are not going to, like I said, you can call me any name in the world, man. Any name in the world. Call me a pedophile. Call me crazy. Call me a liar. Call me a white boy. Call me dumb. Call me ugly. Call me whatever it is that comes to your piddly piss ant mind. Boom. Goodbye, Neely. Goodbye. Go away. 3 days. Wolfatabi. Goodbye. Try Jesus. Don't try me. Try Jesus. Don't try me. I don't do that. As much as I love God, on God, as much as I love God, and I want to believe that it is all hunky-dory, I don't. I love God. And for some reason, he ain't making me nice. No matter how hard I try to be nice, someone does something that pulls me to not be nice. And every time I am nice, you all take advantage of me. I am tired of you taking advantage of me. No joke. If you've taken advantage of me, more than likely I'm going to come get you. I can't help it. I can't help it. I want to forgive you. but I don't believe in forgiveness. How can I give you something ahead of time? That's what forgive is, to forgive. That I gave you something ahead of time. Oh, I'll act like I allowed you to do it. That's what the word forgive means. Forgive it. What do you mean? He did something wrong to you. He stole from you, so forgive it. Just give it to him, but act like you gave it to him ahead of time, and will behave like you gave it to him ahead of time and he didn't steal it from you. That is literally what the word forgive means. Think of it as FORE space GIVE. I am not going to forgive you anything that you took from me. You are going to give it back. You are going to back give. I am not going to forgive anything. I don't have the ability to go back in time and do it. I am sorry. I am not a time travel machine. I cannot go back to 1987 and give it to you and say, it's okay that you killed my friends. I can't forgive that. I can't forgive people for killing my friend in 2006. I can't forgive that. You can make amends. But I don't have the ability to forgive. That's illogical. I don't have a time machine. So what you do, dog, you got to pay for, homie. You got rough with me. On God. You got rough with me. You thought you was going to do something. Do it to me. Like I said. Do it to me. You got big guns. Shoot me. You big tough guy. Be tough with me. Do it. Ralph Harmon, goodbye. Thug niggas only. Thug niggas only. Thugs and intellectuals only. Only people I care about, only people I talk to. You pissant Uncle Toms, I don't talk to you. No more. I deal with thugs and I deal with scholars. You ain't a scholar, I ain't got no time for you. If you ain't a thug. If you a thug, I got time for you. Pisses me off that the public wants family members to forgive the killers of the victims when it's the white family members that aren't expected to forgive. They seek justice at all costs because they know the definition of forgive. And if the church was honest about the philosophy behind the notion of forgiveness, you would know that that is impossible in a physical sense. With your loved ones, it is easy. Because it's a spiritual forgiveness. I understand that because I've already forgiven my brothers of anything that they get. Period. If you got it and it was mine, brother, and you needed it, you knew I gave that to you. I told you ahead of time. Take it all, bro. Love you. Take it all. If I got it and it's related to me and I can help you get it, tell them I want you to have it. No joke. Ain't even no questions. Nope. You a nope? It was forgiven. If you and me it's love between me and you, you know it's love between me and you. It's forgiven. I told you to go get it. Why are you even asking me? You know that you can say, oh, man, I know Martin Blackwell. He really wants this, yeah, man, he's a big supporter of mine, man. Yeah, man, we're really cool. And then he'll vouch for me. And then the guy says, oh, Martin, cool. You must be cool. And then you proceed to get your deal and get your money, like the deal I got for you, my brother, with the insurance company that never paid. Paid one time. One time on a 3-year deal. They wrote me one check and never another one. While you got your money and still get your money from people I introduced you to and vouched for you with. And then after I vouched for you, you said it was you. Because I wouldn't vouch for you. Because you tanked my family's deals so that your family in Houston could get it. And if you don't think I know about Houston, Texas, and that I have the ability to sit my ass in Houston, Texas, and cause you niggas more misery than you will ever see in your motherfucking life, nigga, do something. Everybody telling me to forgive, nigga. I don't forgive. My people died in Texas. My brother died in the city I live in. Died. In a miserable and painful way. He died. He's not here anymore. He's from New York, the Big Apple. Yeah, I am, man. This is the day my brother died. This is just the day that my brother died. And it makes me sad. So I said, help me with my tone today. And I appreciate you guys for doing it. Valiant Prize Fight said, learn from this OG, fella. You should learn from me. You should. JD said, Fannon and Don, keep your head up, bro. Love you, brother. Yeah, I know, man. There's a young man. I was listening to a rapper yesterday. I wanted to tell you about this young man. See, that's my nigga. Call me back. That's a brother. It's forgiven. Not you niggas. But let me tell you this brother's name, bro. Spotify. Damn, it left. He's a Chicago rapper, though, man. Chicago rapper. This dude is on. He's on this thing called Not From 63rd. Not From 63rd. And his name is... Man. Give me 1 second. Chicago rapper, man. Gotta tell you. Oh, Ludfo. Names. AZ said, Fannon, this war is a spiritual battle. I know it is. I know it is. The man's name is Ludfo. Ludfoe. I think I listened to that dude. Not King Von. Oh, yeah. It's on with Not From 63rd. So I listened to all of that stuff. Not Dirk. Ludfo, man. Hey, man, when y'all told me that Chicago had some new rappers, I wouldn't look for him, man. I was like, man, this dude was going. And then in the middle of it, he was like, I'm from Chicago. You know what I mean? He said, I'm from Chicago, but I went national. And I was like, man, I could relate to that guy, man. I really like his music a lot, dude. D. Legionnaire said, the mercenary non-martial arts head crushing action now on Amazon Prime. Is that a commercial? That's what's up. Oh, said Big Coop said Lude was on fire. He said he trashed now though. Is he? Hey, I heard what I heard, man. I'm just gonna tell you, I really like the dude a lot, man. Really like the dude a lot. JD said from Chi-Town, yeah, man, dude is nice, real nice, man. Why? Hey, Rasheed Jones, why you say he's not? Why do you say he's trash now? Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys, man. You know, but I toned my voice down, man. It's just really sad, man. It's really sad, man, that this kid, man, he was a jackass dude, but who could have really, man, just such a, There's another guy, got a really good friend, man, that is his brother or his a fraternity mother of mine. Said, Brother Martin, top of the top, man. Thank you, Daniel Gallimore, man. Top of the top to you as well, man. Do you know Chance the Rapper, Fannon? I know of him, and I'll listen to him today. After I get done with the work I got to get done, I'll listen to him today, man. I'll listen to him today. But yeah, man, I'm familiar with Chance the Rapper. I just haven't heard a lot of him. I heard he's really good though, so I'll listen to him today. Is he somebody that's going to put you in a positive mind frame? Because it's definitely something where I need to be put in a more positive mind frame. You know what I mean? Because it just kind of hits home sometimes when cats pass away, you know? You get back, you sit back, and you think about, you think about the good times, bro. I like Lupe Fiasco. I can't say that I've listened to him enough to have, know his entire, catalog. Like I know Nip. Y'all tell you, don't say Nipsey, say Nip. Like y'all know Nip. I know Nipsey Hussle's entire... okay, yeah, he's a positive rapper. That's what I need, man. I got to get into something that's a little less combative. You know what I mean? Something that's a little less combative. But I'll chill, man. I think I'll chill. I'll try to chill. Dark Ski Lord says, sorry, brother. Listen to some Lupe Nas and Daylight. Yeah, so how do you guys calm your heads down, man? Like, for real, man. Like, that intrigues me, dude. Like, there's a little 11-year-old girl on the South Side, man. Little 11-year-old girl, man, was like just a stone cold beast at 11 years old. Did you hear about that girl? Or she may have been 14. She's from the South Side, and she used to ride around on bikes, man. She used to ride around on bikes. and off people on bikes. We'll put ponytails in her hair. Drive around like a little innocent girl. Carl Tom said, learn to control your breathing. It's simple, but it works. I'll try that today. Namades said, when I'm praying and read the Quran, words from Allah. Thank you, man. Said, feel for you, bro. Yeah, man, it's, you know. JD said breathing. I appreciate that, man. But y'all ain't alone in it, man. And people tell me I shouldn't talk about this stuff. Really tell me, seriously, man, like, I know I'm making a mistake. I know I'm making a mistake talking in this, like, personally. But I just don't know any other way. Valiant Prize Fight said reading and working out. Nah, I don't think people are racist. I mean, I don't know who is racist towards Canelo. I just know it's not me. I just reject that. Nuke Juice said, not a mistake, you're amongst family. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. But look, let me get out of here, man. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. You guys have a wonderful day. And I will be back tomorrow, Saturday morning, in a much more jovial mood, I do believe, or at least that will be my my attempt. And also, man, JD and everybody else, obviously, my man, Focus Ball. It's hard for me to call you anything but Focus Ball. But, brother, you just know that you're on my mind on a regular basis. And that I definitely want to do that work with you, man. I definitely want to do that work. If we don't author something, maybe I could ghost author something for it with you. You know what I mean? If you're ever interested in it, we could have conversations and I could ghost you content. But I don't really want to, you know what I mean? Anyway, it is what it is. Bobby Thompson said, I truly respect and appreciate the knowledge you give us, Brother Martin, Fannon to Don. Thank you, man. And hey, man, y'all be safe out there in the streets today, man. But make sure you're out in them streets doing good things for people. And with that, I'm out. Peace.